Emma, my name's Payton. I'm gonna be your occupational therapist today. The first thing that we're gonna measure today is the range of motion in your left hand. So can I have your left hand, please? At the top of my documentation sheet at this time, I would write left, and we're measuring active range of motion because I'm not putting any pressure on her joints or moving them. So the first thing I wanna measure is your thumb extension. So can you bring your thumb as close to your palm as possible? Okay, so first I'm gonna measure the distance right here since we're not all the way in. So she's at, I would say that that's 35 degrees. So now can you bring your thumb away from your hand? And now you're at 45. So for that one, I write 35 to 45. Next, we're gonna do abduction. So can you bring your thumb to your side? And then I'm gonna measure this distance here since it's not all the way in. And you're just gonna, hold on. Okay, so right now she's at 30 degrees and I'm just gonna have her move it away from her body. 32. I'd say 55. So I'm gonna write 30 to 55. Next, we're gonna measure opposition. So can you touch each digit through your thumb? Okay, that looks a little bit difficult for you. So this time I'm gonna measure the distance between the two. So when we go back, I can track your progress. And I'd say it's like 1.9. So I can either write 1.9 centimeters or I can convert that to a decimal. Right now I'm gonna write first to fifth digit, 1.9 centimeters apart. Okay, so now we're gonna be measuring the MCP range of motion. So I'm gonna actually start off by measuring extension. Can you make a flat hand for me? Okay, so this right here looks straight to me, but just to double check, I can line this up and see that it's at 0. But I will measure the IP, which is 40 degrees. So I'm gonna write 0 for MP, 40 for IP. Okay, and then can you bring your thumb into your palm like you're making a 4? Okay, so now I'm measuring flexion. So for the MP, this is 45. Yeah, I'd say that's 45. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to look up here. And this one I'd say is 55. So for MP I have 0 to 45, for IP I have 40 to 55. Now we're gonna be measuring the second digit, which is the pointer finger, and I'm gonna ask you to extend as far as you can. Okay, that looks a little bit difficult for you, so I'm gonna measure the flexion first. And this one looks straight here, so I'm gonna be measuring your DIP and your PIP. DIP is resting at 60. PIP, 40. Okay, and then can you make a fist for me like this? All right. For the MCP, let's say that's, about 80 degrees. And the DIP, we're at 65. And then can you make a claw for me? All right. And this one, 55. So right now for the second digit, I have 0 to 80 for the MCP, 60 to 65 for the PIP, and 40 to 55 for the DIP. So to measure the total active motion, I would add up the flexion to extension numbers for each of those. I want to make sure that I have right or left still circled and active range of motion.